A polio outbreak in war-torn Syria is raising concerns that refugees will carry the disease to neighboring countries, including Lebanon.
The last time polio was detected in Syria was more than a decade ago in 1999. The World Health Organization confirmed on Tuesday 10 cases of polio inside Syria and said there could be more. The WHO says before the civil war broke out, 95% of Syria's children had been immunized against polio. In 2012, that dropped to 68%. Now an estimated 500,000 children in Syria are at risk. UNICEF put out a global appeal for Syria's immunization program.
The conflict in Syria has caused immense displacement, with millions of children on the move, either inside the country or across borders into neighboring countries and beyond. As a result, routine immunization systems so critical to preventing childhood diseases have been disrupted or broken down.
2 drops and many tears, protecting against polio, one of the most devastating childhood diseases. This government clinic is packed with parents anxious to vaccinate their children. Arish has brought her 2 daughters. I feel sad for the children who got polio, she tells me, but thank God we have the vaccines here.
This center in Damascus has some of the best health care there is in Syria. The families here know it's safe to bring their children. It's not the same across the rest of the country. Syria used to be polio-free since the late 1990s. And now in the northeast, an area torn by fighting, there's at least 10 confirmed cases and fears there could be more.
But will children in rebel-held areas receive the vaccines? Syria's Deputy Foreign Minister promised the government intended to vaccinate each Syrian child regardless of where they were. He added that humanitarian organizations would be given the opportunity to reach every Syrian child. However, Faisal Makhdad's comments also implied that any failure would be due to the lack of rebel cooperation. The government's pledge comes as a United Nations report estimates that 9.3 million Syrians, that's about 40% of the population, are in need of humanitarian assistance. With warnings of malnutrition in areas under military siege from President Bashar al-Assad's forces, the UN is calling for urgent humanitarian action.